We are now days away from the end of lockdown 3, and for this walk I have driven a few short miles to get here to the start point, but it's still fairly local to me. I started off following the Strawberry line, which today is a 10-mile cycle route between Yatton train station and Cheddar, but it follows part of the old light railway line used to run through here. I came off this cycle path before I got to Yatton and I'm now heading down towards the River Yeo. This is the Congresbury Yeo, not the other one in Somerset. I'm going to try and follow the bank of that for a few miles back towards Hewish. The path I'm walking on is marked as being called Gang Wall. I'm not sure where the name comes from, but down to my left is a reen called Binhay Reen, so maybe it's a ganging off the water, I don't know. And across this field now you can just see the bank of the River Yeo. I'll be meeting that one quite soon. And here's the reen I mentioned, Binhay Reen. Not a very deep reen by the looks of it. Unless they mean it's this one down here, but that's, yeah, maybe it's that one. It's probably deeper. Well, that's interesting. I doubt you can see it, but right about there is a Bristol gate with a kissing gate inside. But on my map there's no right of way or footpath along there. And right over there you can see a company I previously worked for. I was there this time 2 years ago, left in July, and also 2 years ago this month was when I moved to Weston. And one more feature to look out for, I'm also on the round Yatton walk, which I had no idea about. It's a short circular walk around Yatton basically. Yatton being a village just over there, roughly. A growing village by the looks of it. There's a right of way going over this narrow bridge and down towards the A370 through that gate there. I'm not going that way, I'm going north along the bank, then around the corner to cross over. And then there's also another Bristol gate right here. Although there's no right of way again, I guess you can, like I was saying, just walk along here back towards Congresbury. And this now down to my left is the Congresbury Yeo. I was reading last night about the river, and it's quite interesting because it's quite a rare one for the area, a rare specimen. The reason being that it's largely untouched by man. So its course remains as it was originally when it formed. The main thing that man has done to it is built these raised banks or levees to keep the water contained during the floods when the level is high. But most rivers around here and in parts of Somerset have been cut off and dammed and deviated away from their original courses. You can just see the slightly industrial north end of Yatton over there, the large grey buildings. And beyond those trees would be, I forget how many now, but it's something like several hundred new houses that have been built in the last few years. So Yatton is slowly becoming a very small town rather than a large village. Here is today's first railway crossing. Did see 2 trains pass by earlier quite quickly, but it looks safe. There's one coming down there, but it's quite far away, so I've got loads of time. The source of the River Yeo is a spring in Compton Martin over in the Yeo Valley, funnily enough, near Blagdon. It starts as a spring and it goes through a duck pond, through the man-made Blagdon Lake, and then comes out this way, ending at the mouth of the River Severn. Over the fields and far away you can see Wilbury Hill and Western Woods close to where I live. So we're going to turn left here, if I can get through this device. passing the end of Wembroom Lane, which is a dead-end road from Yatton. And somewhere around these fields, on my map is marked the site of a Roman villa. I read that it was only discovered in the late 19th century, something like 1880, 1890, something like that. They found the usual artifacts like, you know, Roman tiles and other Roman artifacts I can't think of right now. But I don't think there's much left to see here today. The story I read was that they were excavating this area because of the need to install drainage, and that's when they found all the artifacts of the Roman villa. And apparently it was somewhere in this very field. The river is now just beyond the bank there. There's also a raised levee or bank here as well that I'm following on the right of way. I guess that the land here is liable to flooding in wet weather. You can see the horizontal sort of ditches that have been formed over time. I reckon I'm close now to the halfway point of my walk. It's only going to be 8 or 9 miles, a good morning walk out. So I ducked down beside the bank here, out the wind. I'm going to have sort of 10 minutes now, a cup of tea, something to eat, and then carry on. This is also a good chance to show you my newest walking boots. The third pair I bought since August, can you believe? These are the Scarpa Terra GTX. I bought them for £75 second hand on eBay. That's roughly about half the price of a brand new pair. They are leather, they're pretty decent. The reason I brought these is because I felt that my Altberg boots, which are brilliant, they're a bit too heavy for these local walks. I do a lot of pavement and road pounding normally. And the other boots I got in August, which are the La Sportivas, they're not waterproof at all. So I bought these ones. They are a bit lighter. Leather is more supple and they're kind of more flexible than the Altbergs. They had some very light wear on them, a few scuffs from the toe, but the tread had loads of depth in it. Good condition all round. I thought, why not? 75 quid, good deal to me. And there is the M5 motorway. Once again, I'm walking towards the sluice gate known as Phipps Bridge. I've been here once before actually, a few years ago. Doing a coastal walk with my friend Anna. There's no current coast path between Cleaton and Weston, so we followed this inland route, crossing the M5 and coming down over the sluice gate. And that was all fine, but there's a coastal walker called Ruth Livingston. Her blog is, I think it's coastalwalker.com or .co.uk. I'll put a link below. And several years back she walked to the coast through this section. She's now done all of England, all of Wales and most of Scotland, I think. On the map there's an icon marked as subway, and it's an underground crossing of the M5. Now, from her photos and description, it was overgrown with brambles. The surface was underwater and covered in moss, so she turned back from that, went a different way. And I'm keen to see it today, what it's like really. I'm not going that way at all, but I've never actually seen it myself. Here is that sluice gate, Phipps Bridge. And the subway is somewhere down there. I'll carry on that way shortly, but the subway should be down here, and I reckon it's going to be closed off or impassable. Well, It looks to be clear. Let's carry on down. Oh, that'll be quite short to do this comfortably. I'm 6'1" and I'm sort of ducking quite a bit. It's pretty dark as well. Don't fancy a night walk through here. And there's the other side, on north of the M5. I find it impressive how much this concrete above me just dampens the noise of the M5. 6 lanes of traffic going each way. No wind. It's kind of almost peaceful, but not. I'm not sure what's in that big pipe to my left. Could be water drainage, wastewater, could be gas. I saw a gas pipe earlier in these fields. I'm heading back towards the A370 now in Hewish, and I'll rejoin that road near the Full Court pub. From now across the road over towards Puxton and then make my way back towards Congresbury. Just spent the last 10 minutes walking the wrong way, would you believe? I saw a white van in the field ahead of me. That's where men of outdoor pursuits do their activities and stuff. That's where I was a few weeks ago, doing a walk with those dead-end footpaths. So on that video, I mentioned a lost right of way following the River Yeo, and I'm currently walking it right now. So it's kind of doable. I'm not sure if it's legal. I just saw a white van in that field. They're obviously doing some work to get their activity area ready for the spring and the summer when they get reopen post-lockdown. I suddenly thought, oh shit, I know this area. I've gone too far. Yeah. I should have crossed back over the river after viewing the subway and then gone down a different way, but yeah. No harm done. Yeah, so here's the right path then. Over the bridge. And in the same direction, kind of. According to my phone here in the GPS, the right of way goes through here somewhere, but I can't see anything. They're not always spot on, these things. There might be a gate here actually. This must be the way. And again, there's no way marking I can see anywhere. I can just see a gate in the far corner. That's the right way. Cool. Back over the railway now. Over the A370 then, and I'm now following the Old Bridge River, which you may recall from a previous video. I was further west that time, and this time I'm going east into Puxton. Must be a nice, quite a gentle walk. No hills or anything. Very peaceful. No cattle. Always a bonus. I was told by the council that this section I'm walking on was only improved last summer. I've no idea how bad it was previously. I guess there were locked gates and obstructions in the way, but they put new way markers up, new kissing gates, a really nice easy walk, brand new gates and arrows over this old bridge. Don't know why it's called Old Bridge River. Then we're going to go left here. The gate there is locked. It's chained shut, which is really annoying. So do I... Oh, I'll go this way, fuck it. The right of way goes through here. Or I could have walked along here a bit further, gone through that gate which is open, then maybe cross this bridge, but there's no right of way here. This looks like another old bridge on Old Bridge River. But at the far side, I wouldn't call that a gate, it's more of a grate with no access. Still following the same river along this bridleway. Not too far to go now. And if you can see, it is just starting to rain. So my timing is quite good, really. I'm not too sure what's happened here or why. But it looks like all these trees and the vegetation has been pulled up from the edge of the stream here. I'm sure there's a good reason for it. There's quite a lot of work. I don't know. Approaching the end of my walk now. Hope you've enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you soon.